The daughter's here. Kathy?
Yes.
John Kenyotis.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
my wife, Kathy.
Kathy Davis. K-T-Y.
Dave, what's your dad?
That's my stepdad, Ron Davis.
Ron Kathy Davis.
Right.
I'm sure that's why that was on.
I appreciate y'all's confidence.
I think he's gonna.
Which gun will you look at? Okay.
What are you
Here's your
doing?
seat. Just one second, back with him.
Ron decided she needed to have a gun for protection. I didn't like the idea. I asked her, and thinking she would say no, no way, but she didn't. She said she would feel better having
Why?
one.
Your driver's
I
license?
think she just wants to know that she has some protection. She lives alone in an apartment. She's not staying alone right now, but she lives alone.
Stephanie?
Stephanie.
You are 21?
And she just, if she wants one, that's fine with me. I think she's level-headed. She's not going to be
Stephanie,
foolish.
what are you doing here?
Getting a gun for protection in my apartment.
Why? How concerned are you?
I don't know if anything's gonna happen to me, but just in case anybody just happens to come in, I want to have something there. I can't stop anybody but myself, so I just want something there.
What kind of gun are you buying?
It's a 38 special.
You know how to handle it?
No, but I'm gonna find out.
Is this unusual?
No, I don't think so. I know some people who do the same thing. They have a gun for protection, but I never thought I'd have a reason to have one. Now I do.
How scared are you?
Not very, because I'm always around so many people, but it's just in case anything happens. I live by myself most of the time, but right now I'm staying with some friends. I'm gonna stay with them for a while. And
So
there's
tell me
several of us.
again what you're doing and why you're doing it.
I'm gonna get a gun just in case anybody comes into my house in the middle of the night, so I can be protected. I can stop somebody.
Is it because of this series of killings?
Yeah, that's the reason why. If this wouldn't have happened, I probably would never even thought about it.
Is it too bad that you have to do this? You think?
I don't think so. Things like this can happen all the time, and people just aren't secure enough. I mean, something like this makes everybody think you got to take extra measures.
Stephanie Davis.
Stephanie Brzezinski.
How do you spell it?
Burzenski.
And how old are you?
21.
From?
Sarasota.
Okay. Great. And you are the mother? And
Yes,
your name
I'm
is?
Kathy Davis.
And Kathy, again, do you think anything unusual about this?
Oh, yes. For her to even have a reason to buy a gun, it's very unusual. I don't like the idea of her having it, but maybe it would help her. Maybe not.
Your last name?
Davis.
Tell us why you're doing this.
I'm concerned about my daughter's welfare. She does not understand this kind of violence, and she has no way to protect herself. She lives alone. She's a senior, so she's not naive. She understands that these things happen, but on this scale, I have to take extraordinary precautions, and this is one.
No doubt about it.
None. We're going to do a little training with it, with a weapon when she gets it. Take her out in the woods and show her what it will do. I want her to respect it, but I also want her to be able to use it if something should happen, or a circumstance should arise where she's in danger.
You think people are overreacting?
I don't think so at this point. I really don't. When you have 5 students butchered in a town like Gainesville, it just doesn't happen in Gainesville. Granted, it could happen anywhere, but it happened here, and that concerns us greatly.
So why don't you tell me that again and why you're doing it? The 5 students part of it.
Okay. The 5 students who were butchered, it could happen anywhere, but not Gainesville. But it did happen in Gainesville. And it brings home all the Ted Bundy experiences and all the John Wayne Gacy experiences, all the mass murderers, serial killers. It brings it all right here into your backyard. And you have to react, and so that's what we're doing.
You're not pulling her out of school, I heard you say.
No, we're not. If there is another killing, then I think probably she will have to make that decision herself. I'm not going to order her to do anything. I want her to do what she wants to do.
You're sending a message to this killer
Yeah, I am.
that you will not be intimidated, did you say?
I will not let him dictate how we run our lives. I just won't do it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hey, Jonathan.
I realize that the media can be a pain to you.
Yes, they can.
Give me your name again.
Yes, my name is Butch Ford, and I'm the owner of Saps Pawn and Gun.
What's been the reaction to the killings here?
Well, we've had a very negative reaction, I guess. A lot of people are concerned with their safety. Basically they're concerned.
So what are they doing here?
Well, I've had a lot of people come in and ask for mace and stun guns. Mace and stun guns are the only personal protection devices that are allowed by law on campus. Handguns are definitely not allowed on any campus. We've also had the entire community, and when I say that, I mean all types of people, not just students, coming in, purchasing handguns and shotguns.
What for?
Well, I think if in your community, if you had 5 murders within 48 hours, I bet everybody in the city that you live in would be a little concerned for their safety and might go out and try to protect them. Do you own a gun, sir?
No, I don't.
How would you protect your family from a murderer?
No, it's a very valid point.
Okay.
So you understand where they're coming from?
I certainly do. I believe it's our right to bear arms and to be able to protect ourselves. The police department can't be everywhere all the time, and I think to live in fear is much worse than, I just think sometimes a firearm will help a person overcome their fear.
A little peace of mind, if you will, I guess.
That's absolutely correct.
Are they overreacting?
So far, the killer has attacked only at apartments off campus. None of the assaults have occurred here at the school's dormitories. But that's of little comfort to the students who live here.
The fuck? Look inside of the mind and see original heads check 1, 2, 3, light 'em up. Hawaiian cess, bless my mind. Now I kick the rhyme for the nickel 9, take a sip of wine. But he can say you make a nigga lay. Figure I stayed to the front, save the liquor for my nigga day. I represent the original head, killing the original dead. Boom, yeah, that's my nigga Jay. Blowing the spot, blah. Fuck the Philly 5, got the Dutch buckshot, got the cola pal. Check my dialect from my diaphragm. You got your 9 by your waistline, and me and my niggas don't give a damn. We got the Bucktown boot camp attitude, killer man. Timberland make me general, roughneck wow, big him up now, Bob Marley style, cheat the chong style, like the bong style. That's like at night, puffing the L by the ripper now. I smoke so much like I hallucinate, ill visions in my head, everybody must be dead. Killing every nigga in sight, killing every nigga in sight, killing every nigga, killing every nigga in sight, killing every nigga, killing every nigga in sight. I wake up in the morning, I wake up in the evening, check the blah supply, I'm feeling the vibe from the rhythm and the soul. I pack a 20 sack and watch a nigga fold. Don't you hate niggas who make records for bitches? It's all about the blunts, fuck them stunts now. What you want is what you get, like Mickey bitch. Bend over, blow me so I can feel the breeze. Giving my enemies time to recollect on the past. When I bust that ass, space took the check. Figure I'll get bigger when I lose my reaper. Knock your head plus, knock your shred, all by your dead. We be I and I be we, cause we be family. Buckshot, 5MC and Evil D. T to the R-E-V and the M to the E-E-C-H-E. All my niggas in the place to be. Can I get the amen? Amen. C-B-B. I like the night, bitch ass niggas take flight. I can see the smoke blunts by the centimeter. Greater way to serve the nigga on the curb. I love my niggas, so my niggas puff herb. Now my niggas throw your blunts in the air like this. Original crooks never get this. If we get this, niggas get that. To the back, 5 where you at? Right here. Another mission to be dissing. And who do I be dissing? Bitches. God, fuck the intermission. It's about killing the one playing the sucker ducks with my trigger. I feel the bump coming on in the sex. Sun party on the rack. Fuck that. Time to break it now. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. Sight. Killing every nigga. I'm a groove, niggas down it up. Yo, son, I'ma see you about like this. My nigga real. All my tip, why that was dead. Rough niggas, they give up like this. Fuck shot, 5 feet. And my nigga acting up, believe me. My nigga,
Rural insurance. Okay, what? Give me your name again.
Caroline Welsh.
How do you
Carrie.
spell that?
Caroline.
And
Welsh. Welsh.
and your name?
Paul McManus.
Mark
Paul McManus.
McManus. Carrie, right? How concerned are you, Carrie?
Very. I mean, we're scared. And I mean, this is my 3rd year here, and when we were freshmen, you know, a rapist came through the dorm, and we were freshmen and stuff. None of that. I mean, I've been living here 3 years, and I've never been scared. I live in Jacksonville, and that's a high crime area, and I've never been really frightened. You know,
And now?
it's certainly not enough to go live somewhere else.
And now what do you do?
Now we're living with guys, and we take them with us everywhere. You know, it's frightening just because you don't know where he's going to strike next. If it's really a serial killer, we don't know enough to be, you know, take precautions. I mean, we've got a rolling pin by the window and a knife, but I mean, we're girls. You know, 2 girls living in a dorm room that is really easy to break in. And it's not air conditioned, so it's hot, and it's easy to, you know, for somebody to just come in our windows.
Robert, can you give me the rolling pin? This is what. Tell me again. What is this?
This is in case somebody comes in the window. I mean, it's right next to our bed. It works. It's hard as rock. It's heavy.
And the good news, of course, is that the dorms have not been permeated. I mean, there's no.
No, they haven't. And another good thing is that the cops have been around, and you know, they've had really high security. I gave the keys to one of the guys, and they told us not to do that anymore because if a guy is caught coming in the dorm unescorted, they are going to be arrested. You know, and that's kind of a relief. I mean, he got mad, but you know.
But you're not even staying in the dorm now.
No, tonight we're not.
Tonight?
We're going home. We're going to their house, or else we're going to Jacksonville. She's from Cape Cod, so she's going to come to my house. It's only an hour and a half away, and it's safe. You know, my mom's calling up, freaking out, crying, and I love you. I don't want you to die. And, you know, everybody's parents are freaking out.
People are concerned.
Yeah, very concerned. I think it's because we don't know what's going on, and there's so many rumors and stuff. It's not just somebody. 2 girls were killed. They were mutilated. Then another girl was murdered, and then you know, and now it's not just girls. Now there's a guy. You know, and the thing is, if it is a serial killer, he's getting off on this. It's making him happy. He's getting a power trip, and he's in charge. You know, the whole city is scared, and that's what's making him.
Do you feel defenseless?
Yeah, kind of. I'm not usually the kind of person that feels helpless, but yeah, I kind of do.
Why?
I don't know. It's kind of a pit of this, you know, this feeling in your stomach, like you walk outside and you kind of look around a little more than, you know, something I would not normally do. I mean, I lived off campus in Oxford Manor until just recently, and I had a break-in, and they came into my room, and that didn't scare me nearly as much as this did, because that was an isolated incident, and there wasn't like an all-over feeling of fear.
You want to join us? Yeah, why don't you sit down? What is your name?
Chaley?
How do you spell that?
C-H-L-E-E. Yeah,
Last
Chaley.
name?
Preet?
P-R.
I-E-T-E.
She was showing me a rolling.
It's a Marvel one. We got that a while ago.
Are you concerned?
Yeah. I mean, naturally. It's, not so much because we've been sticking in groups, so it doesn't bother me as much. I just don't want to be by myself. And that's about the only thing. And I don't want to sleep with our dorm windows right here on the first floor. There's no way I would stay here overnight. So.
How would you describe how the girls feel in the storm?
They're scared.
Freshmen are very
Yeah,
scared.
they're really scared. They don't want to stay by themselves at all. And
Little girl next door just came over. She's like, I'm leaving to Jacksonville. Will you follow me? And
she wanted
was
to
talking
drive
so
behind her.
fast.
She didn't want to drive by herself.
I was like, what? She's like, I'm going home. My parents just, like, her parents called her up and ordered her to come home and said they were going to kill her if she didn't get home.
Do you think we're overreacting?
No. I don't. I mean, at first I thought that it was a little silly. I mean, you know, but as more people started it, I don't think so anymore. At the second time that somebody died, that was enough for me. That's enough to make me realize that this isn't just somebody who, in the heat of passion, lost it. Somebody who's going to keep losing it and keep killing people.
And when will you rest easy?
I don't know. Not till I'm home, I guess.
Until he's caught?
I don't even think if he's caught that I'm going to rest easy until they're
Sure that
sure it's him.
Then they're sure it's the person.
Because, I mean, they could catch somebody and it could be the wrong one. I mean, that happened to Jacksonville once they caught the wrong person.
She was telling me you feel a little bit helpless.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't. They say there hasn't been any signs of forced entry, so then you're wondering who on earth could it be? You know, they say it has to be a guy, but more than likely, you trust anyone that's in a uniform. You trust anyone that looks like they can't hurt you. And if you're least likely to suspect them, how are you going to protect yourself? How do you know who it is?
So what are you going to do?
Leave. We're leaving. I mean, school is important, but it's not my life. It's not going to be my entire. I'm not going to give up my life for it to risk being here.
Do you think the school might suffer unfairly for this?
Probably. My parents said don't pay your tuition until you're sure that it's over. We want you to come home. If they don't catch him, we want you home. Give up a semester or whatever it takes.
Are you going home?
They want me to fly to Massachusetts. That's where I'm from. And for the time being, I'm just going to her house in Jacksonville.
Your name again, Paul. What are you guys doing?
Just a second. Adil, how are you here? Okay? Am I okay here? Okay.
What can you offer?
I don't know. Maybe it's different being a guy. I don't feel that threatened. I mean, no signs of forced entry. You know, it's obviously someone you let into your house.
So what are you doing for them?
So, I mean, just be smart. Look through your peepholes, you know. Make sure if it's not someone you know, either don't let them in or...
But what are you doing for them?
For them.
You're
Being
walking
around,
with them?
walking with them, going everywhere with them. You know, listening to them complain. All that, you know.
Becoming close.
Becoming close, yeah.
We've been close for a while. We've been crashing into his house for about a week now. So.
Where do you think this is all headed?
I don't know. I think he planned it. I mean, it's the beginning of school. And, I mean, this didn't happen over summer. It didn't happen until the first week of school.
Are you
Wouldn't it?
scared?
Yeah, I am scared. That's dumb, isn't it? Maybe
All
it's
right.
my mom.
Thank you. See what the phone call. She's going to call him.
Hello?
You just called me about going back?
Who's that?
Oh, okay, hi.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's great. All right, bye.
You try calling him out? Are you going to give
Yeah,
it a try?
I can give it a shot.
You haven't been able to get through?
No. The phone's dead.
It's dead?
You can't get online.
Robert, do you want her to use
Area code and the number, and then send.
send? You haven't talked to him?
I talked to her this morning.
Can you put on the Carrie? Can you put on the other ear?
Try not to laugh too much.
Hi, Mom. It's me. Guess what? I'm on the news. Yeah. I don't know. Can you hear this? Chaley's dad just called and he wants us to come home. He's really scared, and he said that if... I know you're scared. Yeah, we're coming home. He said that he was going to fly down from Cape Cod if she didn't. Yeah, that's what they were saying, that there was a missing uniform. I mean, I don't know, Mom. I'm just Che right now. I mean, we're probably going to follow. This girl just called me. She wants us to follow her. No, I won't come alone. If I come, if you want, I'll bring one of the guys or something. Okay. Yeah, I think they probably will cancel classes. They've been talking about it on the news and stuff, that they're going to cancel them. They're not going to cancel classes. You call the dorms? Yeah, there've been cops around and stuff, Mom. I mean, oh, really? Moving you upstairs or something? Oh, all right. No, the guys think it's kind of silly, I think. They think we're overreacting, I think. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're gonna follow. Some girl wanted to drive by herself, and we were gonna follow her, but I don't know. I don't know. What? She got a ride. She got a ride. Shay says she called. Okay. I'll be home soon. Okay, I will. I'll call Julia too. You want to go tomorrow morning? We're gonna come in the morning. Shay says we're gonna stay with the guys. Okay. All right. So you can rest easy and don't worry about it. I'll be there tomorrow. My dad's calling from he's in Tallahassee. And he just clicked over. He's been calling her all day.
Okay, you gonna watch that?
Lori and Kaylee and me. I mean, that's 6 people. We won't let anybody in. Nobody.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just starting to spend in my college.
Yeah, absolutely. If she was on the corner, she was in the middle, he was on the right. Yeah.
Did you? You had your legs up like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Karen had her knees up, yeah.
Okay, Karen, it's got to match the other picture we had before. Yeah? Okay. Sounds like my mother. Is this thing?
Well, it's there. So we're gonna have to look.
We saw this
for one shot.
I'm just kidding.
Sit on the stool, but I don't want anyone coming home with you.
Now she wants everybody coming home with her. And how long will you be there, do you think? Through the weekend?
Definitely.
Straight enough.
And I've got to call my boss and tell him I'm not coming to work this weekend.
Yeah. Where do you work?
I work at, we both work at Nepal House. It's an Italian restaurant.
And I'll be staying there until, my father said after a few days, if it still hasn't ended, he wants me to fly home. With my other friend who's here from the Cape, we'll both come.
Back to Cape Cod. That's a long way.
And I don't usually go home till Christmas. So it'll be unexpected.
What other precautions are you taking? You're just not going out at night?
We went to classes, I went to her classes today with her. He went to my classes with me
During the day?
during the day. Just not at lunch.
Paul, you don't think it's too much?
To go to the classes with him?
Yeah.
Oh, if they're worried.
You want to go? Let's go talk to him. Hold the chief. And we're here, we just landed today, talking to people about how concerned they feel.
Well, I have my cat with me because I'm going home to Orlando. I'm going home in like 2 hours away. I'd rather drive home 2 hours than stay at my place alone. It's my first time living in my apartment. I've only been there like a week. I've never lived alone before.
So what are you doing?
I'm going home
I'm sorry.
tonight.
Hold a second here. You ready? Yep. What are you doing?
I'm going home to Orlando tonight to stay the night. And I have a class at 8:30 in the morning, which I have to go to.
You coming back?
Tomorrow morning. Yes, but I feel really badly that my independence, I mean, I'm just 19 and my independence is taken away to live by myself and feel safe. And I'm just saddened by it. And that's why I have my cat with me. I'm going home with my cat right after this.
You're afraid to stay in your apartment.
Definitely.
How would you describe how you feel these days?
I feel like he not only robbed the girls and the man of their lives, but he's robbed everybody else of their peace of mind here in Gainesville. Like everybody's really upset and just disturbed. He's disturbed everyone here. The vibes are just really uncomfortable.
You're thinking of not coming back at all?
Oh, I'll be back during the day. I just hope they catch him soon.
What is your name?
India?
India what?
India Nagy?
We're getting it on tape. So spell the last name.
India, I-N-D-I-A.
Right.
And do I have to give my last name?
No, you don't. No.
I'd rather not.
19-year-old. You're from Orlando, right?
Right.
Okay. How about yourself? Could you tell me describe to us how you feel?
I'm very scared. We're all staying in groups. All of my friends and I are staying in groups. We're not going anywhere alone. Any evening classes, I'm canceling. We're taking all the precautions we can. I live in dorms, so I feel a little bit more protected by UPD, University Police Department. But we're still staying in big groups and spending the night over everyone's place.
All right. What is your name?
Shika Sharma.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Robert, we're going to be in groups. Maybe we can come by and film some of that? All right. How are you?
I apologize. It's hard for us to tell who students and student
I can understand that. That's fine.
Made it a little bit difficult.
No, that's fine.
Thank you for coming.
Chief, my name is John Quinones. I'm a correspondent with ABC News. I just landed this afternoon. Could you describe what your department is going through right now?
Well, within the last 3 days, the last 72 hours, we have discovered three separate incidents, 5 victims of a homicide. In some cases, obviously very brutal. We do feel like, judging from the physical evidence in the cases, that we're probably dealing with the same suspect in these cases. So at this time, we're trying to do 2 things. First of all, get all the resources we possibly can from a police standpoint. State resources, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is sending additional investigators. The state is sending us additional uniform officers. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has sent us profile teams along with investigators. So right now we're trying to marshal all the resources we possibly can. Number one, to prevent any further homicides, and secondly, to identify our suspect or suspects.
Any reason to believe that you may be close to finding a suspect?
In these kind of cases, we can never tell if we're on the verge of discovering it or not. We always feel like we are, but we plan as if we're going to be doing this for hours and days. And so that's the way we're set up. Logistically, we're set up to go on as long as it takes. But we do have some good physical evidence in these cases.
Why can't you tell us how these victims were killed?
The reason that we don't get into specifics of how the homicides occurred is that we're trying to preserve evidence so that when we get the numbers of people that call us to confess to these types of crimes, that we can eliminate those that have no connection with the crime at all.
A lot of these students are very scared.
Yes, and I cannot blame them. And since Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock, when we found the first 2 victims, here it is slightly after noon on Tuesday, and we have a total of 5 victims. And we're a city of 100,000 population. It's very unusual, very rare for these kinds of crimes to occur here in Gainesville.
How would you describe this killer?
At this time, I can't describe this killer. We're trying to build a profile, and that's one of the reasons we've got crime analysts from the FBI and FDLE that have worked major cases like this in Gainesville today to help us describe, at least in a psychological profile, this killer.
Some of the FBI people are the same men who investigated the Ted Bundy case, is that true?
Well, some of the FDLE people are. Some of the FBI crime analysts have been on some of the major cases in the nation.
What similarities are there?
Well, obviously, you have a number of victims. You have very quick occurring crimes. Obviously, we don't think that when we began to find the victims was actually the first occurrence. But we do block it out to about 1 week, and we have 5 victims in that week.
How would you describe the fear that is taking over the city?
It's a fear that's easily understood. When you have this many victims in this short time period, seemingly randomly selected, then obviously you begin to wonder how secure you are in your own home. That's one of the things law enforcement fears the most. That's why all the extra patrols, that's why all the extra added state police and the federal police that are in Gainesville today.
What are you telling these students?
I'm telling them we will do our part, they've got to do their part. They've got to make sure their apartments and housing complexes are secure, all the windows, all the doors, and certainly they don't let anyone that they don't recognize that is a stranger in their area in their apartment and not even in their complex. If they'll simply call us, we'll check those people out.
Frustrating case for you?
A frustrating case, yes, definitely. Obviously, when you have 5 homicides, Gainesville usually numbers only about 12 to 14 homicides a year, and we've had 5 in a period of about 1 week. It's frustrating, but yet we're determined to solve it. We're going to make sure that we get the necessary resources and deploy it in a way that we're going to solve this case.
We're going to get a wide step. Just
we probably won't be going door to door tonight because that kind of came from the students. We'll do that in the daylight. So it's a lot easier for them to boss, approach them. We're always down apartment manager.
Tira para acá arriba.
Well, what are you doing? Put it on the bed. Can you show us how it works, or without firing it? Just
put it on the bed.
Can you just put it on the bed?
Well,
Okay.
I'm not in this.
No, you're not. You won't be.
Okay, my gun.
Just go ahead and do it.
Okay. Some socks.
This is taking on a comic angle, I admit it.
Okay.
Seconds you.
Did I get into the actors union now?
All right. Good thinker. Can you talk without us showing your voice face?
Sure.
Okay, rolling. How's it sound? Is the level okay?
It's fine.
Okay, tell us what you're doing here.
I'm getting ready to leave. I've just packed and I'm going to go spend some time at my parents until they either find the killer or we figure out what's going on.
Describe how you feel right now.
A little bit afraid and angry that somebody would come into our community and do this and cause the start of our school semester to be overcast with such tremendous grief and sorrow and anger, and to really disrupt our schedule and our lives.
You sound angry.
I am very angry that somebody would do this.
What is your only hope here?
Hope that they catch him, and that they catch him real soon before he gets anybody else, any other students. Students have a sense of camaraderie among them, and we don't like to see any of our fellow students get killed. It's just really affects us, and we feel a lot of sorrow for their families and a lot of grief that this has had to happen.
You have a rifle there.
Yeah, I do. We're a little bit scared Monday night, and we just didn't know quite what to do. And I knew a friend that had a rifle gun, and since those are illegal to have in the house, I had him bring it over to the house.
Johnny. Had the dog barking right in the middle of it.
Just tell us why you have a rifle.
I got the gun the other night
when the rifle.
You can say it again.
It's a shotgun.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got the shotgun the other night because my roommate and I were here alone, and we were afraid. We just thought, we needed some extra protection, and we were just really going out of our minds trying to figure out what to do. And we thought, well, we'll get this shotgun, and at least we'll have something in case anything happens.
When will you rest easier?
When they catch this person, and only until then.
And until then?
And until then, we'll just try to live our lives, as normally as possible, and continue to hope that they get them.
The latest two students, they were boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah,
apparently, they're living together.
Do her for. Wait. Can you hold that again? Yeah. Thanks.
What is your name?
Rachel Pinnick,
How do you spell the last name?
P-E-N-I-C-K.
And you're from
Fort Walton Beach. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm going home.
Why?
Well, because it's just too much going on. I mean, I'm afraid. I'm a freshman. This is my first year, and this is too freaky for me. If he comes on campus, he's crazy enough to, the dorms are protecting them, and we're all having a good security system. We're telling each other where we're going, but what if he does get in by some odd chance,
So what made you decide to leave?
The last two killings. This is enough for me.
So you're doing what?
Doing what now? I'm going home to Fort Walton. I'm waiting for a ride.
What about your classes in school?
I'm just gonna miss them. I mean, I guess life's more important, So,
Life's more important than what?
than classes.
Why don't you tell me that in a statement?
Well, if I don't have my life, then I can't go to classes anyway, so I can miss a few classes now and wait till this is all blows over. I'm hoping to get back Tuesday at least, but if it gets any worse, I have a feeling the professors will give us a little leeway, because a lot of people are leaving. Our whole dorm this weekend's going to be gone. Nobody's staying. Maybe 2-3 people.
Why?
Because they're all afraid. And if nobody's staying, then you have no one to walk with. You have no groups to walk with. And evidently 2 people is not enough because 2 people were just murdered at the same time. And it was a guy and a girl.
How about yourself?
I am leaving Friday morning. I might leave earlier. It depends on if anything else happens in the next 24 hours. I'm leaving. I have my own car. Most people in our dorm, whoever stays, they all don't have a car, they don't have transportation, they don't have any place to go, which is why they're staying. I have a car, and anything else happens, and I don't care about classes, I don't care about anything. I'm leaving.
Scared?
Yes, I'm very scared. If anybody tries to get in the dorm, who knows what could happen to me or to my friends. I was gonna bring her home with me, but she is going home now. She found a ride, and I don't want to stay.
How would you describe what's happening to this campus?
It's chaos. It really is. Right now, they've postponed deadlines as far as fees.
But how would you express the fear among the kids?
It's terrifying. Anytime somebody leaves, they call somebody else to go with them. No, I mean, during the daylight, 12 o'clock noon, and everybody's walking together. A particular class, we have escort services that are free, and nobody will walk by themselves anywhere.
What is your name?
My name's Andrea Dulka.
How do you spell the last name?
D-U-L-K-A.
And you're from?
Destin, Florida.
Okay. And your name again?
My name is Heidi.
Heidi
Savage.
Savage. S-A-V-A-G-E?
Right.
Okay. And you're from Apopka, Florida.
I'm from Apopka,
What are you doing?
Florida. I'm going to school here. I'm a
What
junior.
are you planning to do now?
Well, right now I'm helping my friend go home. And I'll probably go home this weekend, but I'll be coming back.
Tell us why.
Well, I was going to plan on going home anyway this weekend, but I think it's a good idea to go home now, especially since all this is going on. I really don't want to be here with as little people as they're going to be here. There really isn't going to be anyone in the dorm, and I'd rather not stay by myself.
Fearful?
Yeah, it is fearful. You can't help but fear.
something like that. It wouldn't be natural not to fear it.
So you will do what? What are you planning to do again?
Go home this weekend, spend a little bit of time at home. Then I'll come back. Hopefully there will be no more murders, but who's to say?
Do you think you're overblowing? The people are making this out to be more serious than it is?
I don't think so. Any city is going to have their problems, but this is something that's happened instantaneously, and quite a few in a short period of time. And I don't think they have any, I think it's only natural that they react the way they're reacting. I think
you'll see it right off the bat.
that's how I feel.
So
I don't
tell
think
me
they're
again,
overreacting.
explain the fear among the students right now.
Well, everyone is fearful. There's always been a fear as far as being around campus, walking on campus, but not anywhere near what it is now.
They say they're providing a lot of security here.
Right. They brought in a lot of security now. I've seen much more security in the last couple of days.
Is that good enough for you?
Well, you can't really ask for much more. It's my decision to stay here. I can only ask that they do, increase the security.
Girls, can we ask you they say they're beefing up security here. Could you step aside? So tell me, they say they're going to have lots of cops on the streets at night. Is that good enough for you?
It helps a little, but it would help more if they caught the person. It helps a lot that the community is doing a lot to help us. They're very concerned, and it's comforting to know that, but it's not comforting because the person is still out there, basically.
How about you? What do you think of all the extra security?
It's great, like she said, like the community cares and everything, but there was 2 more killings since. They doubled the force. Now it's tripled as of tonight, or that's what I heard on the news. But I think he's pretty sly. I mean, how are they going to know? They have no evidence, they have no suspect, they have no idea what he's going to do. So.
It's not good enough as far as you're concerned. You're still leaving.
Yeah, I'm still leaving.
Okay, we need a shot of you. Walking.
Let them go.
He had